for a prayer? Anyone who wants to lead the prayer first before we proceed? And I would like, again, to invite everyone, just ask your fellow colleagues to join us, because this is an opportunity for us to learn how to maximize tax deductions in the US. At least you can give value to your clients, not only to your clients, but to your future clients. You can share something valuable to them even during interview. So I hope I'll give you time to invite them, at least 2 minutes, so we can maximize Michael on this webinar. And I would like again to say thank you to Michael for doing this for us for free. So just take this opportunity, guys, and let's have a fruitful Saturday morning. Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. I will just add my fellow
Morning, Michael.
colleagues. Give us 2 minutes. Is it okay, Michael? I'll just invite fellow members.
No problem at all.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's start. So one more request from you guys. Can you open your cam just to give, a way of saying thank you to Michael for having us right now. So, okay, let's start. So anyone who wants to pray? So maybe I'll be the one again assigned for the
Right.
page. But anyway,
I can
okay.
do it in
Let's
English
go.
if you want to do it in Tagalog.
Yeah. Can you understand Tagalog? A little bit.
I grew
You
up with
should.
the Navy, but not a lot. I know it's not that easy, but I'll start in English and then you can do it in Tagalog. That's fine.
No, no,
All right.
it's okay. We can, at least we have to really develop and give them an idea how to really, speak in English. But anyway, let's start. So
Okay.
I'll be the one leading the prayer. So
You
Lord,
have
thank you for this morning. And again, thank you for the life of Michael for giving us sharing his expertise and knowledge to accounting peoples. And again, Lord, we're just asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and every day is a blessing for us. Thank you for our life. Thank you for the opportunities for having this kind of community. Again, Lord, bless us for every activities that we're doing. And again, for those people who have struggling with their life, financially, mentally, mental health, emotional. So I hope you will guide them. And again, we are thankful for today's event and webinar for another knowledge and activities that will be given to us. All of these prayers, we pray in Jesus' name, we pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Well, I think I could have done any better than you did. That was amazing.
Thank you so much, Micah. So yeah, before again, good morning, accounting people. So I know it's weekend, but you're still here to give us your precious time. So sorry for my background. I just woke up, but anyway, we still have to show up, whatever the background it is, and whatever your looks like, you should show up and be on giving time for additional knowledge and improving ourselves daily. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you our guest speaker for today. Actually, we just met, I think 3 days ago or 2 days ago. So it's just super fast webinar. That's why you're surprised we're having it on Saturday morning. Normally, we used to have a webinar evening, but today morning. So I would like to say thank you again to Michael. But again, I'll just give you an intro. Who is Michael? How do you pronounce your Derwin?
Close enough.
Michael, yeah, Derwin. But anyway, he is independent business owner, financial services of life insurance. He owns, I think, Legacy Family LLC, and then owner of legal services. So I'm just seeing here his profile on LinkedIn. So if you want to connect with him, just do so. Yeah. So again, Michael, maybe you should introduce yourself so we can have a better understanding about your background. Thank you so much.
So thank you and welcome everyone. It's nice to see you guys and thank you Yan Yan for having us on the call. So a little bit about myself is I'm retired Navy. That's why I talked about is Filipinos my second family. So Filipinos are my second family growing up in the Navy, and some pancit, adobe, all that, some amazing food. So I appreciate it. But my background is retired military. I got into the industry, what I'm into now, based on the need of needing life insurance with living benefits as a disabled veteran. And I've been entrepreneur for over 20 years, worked in education for over 10 years, ran several businesses, been keynote speakers. But the reason I'm on the call today is one of my goals this month and this next couple of weeks is right now it's tax season in the United States. As you guys know, a lot of you are bookkeepers on here or accountants or different things like that. Well, most businesses here in the United States are only taking advantage of one opportunity. They're not maximizing all of their tax deductions. And what I'm going to talk about there, which I will show you here today, is there's a lot of other opportunities that business owners can take advantage of. They just don't know about it because your CPAs, your attorneys, all of them, they just know the traditional tax code. Whereas through a life insurance agent, we can help them qualify for different strategies. So why I wanted to reach out to bookkeepers, accountants, and all that is because we work as one unit. We work as a team to helping our client, to help that business owner be able to maximize those tax deductions. So what am I talking about that? Let me go ahead and share screen. Yan Yan, can you give me the opportunity to share screen? You got me disabled.
Right now.
Okay, let me see. There we go, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what are some of the advantages that business owners can take advantage of? It's through life insurance. So I don't work for any of these life insurance companies here. They are my business partners. So it allows me to find the best product and the best service for my clients. And what are some of the tax advantages? I don't know about there in the Philippines, but here in the United States, there's ways that you're allowed to put your money into a life insurance policy. You can grow that money tax-free, so you're not paying taxes on the dividends or any of the gains, and then you're able to pull that money out tax-free as well. So that's one advantage that we're able to help business owners for their own individual policy. So don't always believe that term that there has to be risk in order to make money. That's not true. There's ways that you're able to grow your money within a tax-free environment, and this is one of them. And this is not something new. Insurance dates back to the Roman Empire, if you guys don't know that. So how do they go about doing that? It looks like this. So think about it this way. If your money's in the market or in the bank, right? Because there's three ways money grows. You have the bank, which is safe, but very low rate of return. Here in the United States, you're getting a penny on a dollar. But what are we taught? And what are even the CPAs and everyone else taught? Most businesses, and a lot of them are putting their money in the stock market, mutual funds, all of that. Well, all of that's great, but there's different fees that are attached to that. Whereas why is it that the wealthy and business owners, like if you look at McDonald's was started, if you don't know, with a cash value life insurance policy. Stanford University was started with a cash value life insurance. Foster Farms here in the United States. All of these different companies. So this is not a new concept, but we're not taught it. So these are the concepts that we teach where you can put your money into this type of policy. Not only do you have the death benefit, that's the advantage of it. So if you pass away or if you get sick or injured with the living benefits, but now that money is growing for you tax-free. And how is it able to do that? Is because as the market goes up, so does your money, but there's a cap. There's a ceiling and there's a floor. Your floor is 0%. So no matter how bad the market is, so like right now we're in a recession and the average return here is about -15, -20% on the average retirement account. When you put your money into something like this, now that money is growing, but when there's a recession like now, you don't lose anything. It's called the power of zero. What's better, 0 or -15%? So these are different advantages that we're able to work with different business owners. And through life insurance, so some of the business owners that you guys work with, they have a key person. So if something was to happen to that key person, that would devastate their business. This is someone that they rely on. This is an employee that they rely on. So us coming together, working with the CPAs and all of that, we're able to help them get key person insurance. So if something happens to that business, guys, guess what? That money is paid out to the business from that if that employee passes away. So that business doesn't lose a foot. They're able to continue to run their business because now they have income from their life insurance that's going into that business. That's one way that we're able to help business owners. The second is executive bonuses. So a lot of you guys are bookkeepers or accountants here. A lot of business owners, they may have an LLC, a C Corp, S Corp, sole proprietorship. There's ways that they can pay themselves through their business and use that as a tax deduction. This all falls under the code of 7702, which is the IRS code. So that's another area. The other one is profit sharing. So here in the United States, as you guys are working with businesses here in the United States, if the business owner provides a retirement plan or a life insurance or benefits like that to their employees, they're able to qualify for tax deductions. So those plans that they have for their employees, it's not so much for the employee, it's for the business owner because now they get tax deductions. So this is how when you're working with your current clients, that our business owners, they only know about the different advantages that they have through the CPAs or the taxes, but they don't know about these other strategies. So working together as a team, we're able to teach these business owners that there's other strategies that they can use, get up to $250,000 or more sometimes in tax breaks through these advantages. So through these strategies. And then these are some of the plans that we're able to do. So not only are we able to do life insurance with living benefits here in the United States, is if that business owner has a home, well, we can put mortgage protection with that home, which is life insurance with living benefits. That's critical illness, chronic illness, terminal illness. So the life insurance that we offer, guys, is not just for you to pass away to use. Here in the United States, it offers living benefits. So if you got sick and you couldn't do 2 out of the 5 things that we normally do, which is eat, bathe, continence, go to the bathroom, or dress yourself, you're going to get a monthly payment from your life insurance that would come in, and then that would take care of you. If you got a critical illness, like a heart attack, stroke, kidney disease, invasive cancer, now they're going to be able to pay up to 80% or more of that death benefit to the client, depends on how critical it was that it affected their lifespan. And you guys are probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with the business owner? These are advantages that they can use, guys, that they can put into a life insurance policy, protect themselves, protect their family, and they don't have to worry about losing that business. So not only are you helping them by keeping their books in order and helping them making sure they're not, owing on taxes, but you're also there to protect their family, because I'm sure all of you at one point have went through a crisis. And what happens? You're not thinking about your business. You're not thinking about all that. You're thinking about what's going on in your life. So we can give them that peace of mind through these strategies as well. So that's another area. And some of the other things that we're able to do for retirement through business owners too as well. How many of you guys, and anyone can answer, understand that there's a way for you to get lifetime income through retirement, but you don't have to pay taxes on it up front, and you get the advantages of the growth of the market, but none of the losses, besides life insurance? Anybody heard of that before?
Yeah, maybe Michael, I can share. I remember I told you, me coming from life insurance company, I understand that, but most of the Filipino or US client doesn't know that.
Yes, go ahead and share your experience in it.
Yeah, so if you have, in the Philippines, if you have life insurance, it's not only death benefits. For example, you will want to use that funds for your future, for the education of your child, or just travel. You can withdraw some part of the money from that life insurance. You can withdraw at least 1/4 or half of that, and stay some money from the life insurance. And yeah, you can enjoy the living benefits, because the misconception about life insurance is normally for death. No, it's not. That's why we're teaching people how you can maximize your insurance. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And then one of the other ways that you can help with retirement is one of the ways that we help too, and this is where you can help business owners too, is we do 401k rollovers, IRA, Roth rollovers, TSPs, 521 or 529s. Those are just different tax codes. And what do we roll them over into? What do we help clients with? Last year alone, our team alone has helped millions and millions of dollars of saving people from losing their money in the market, which is called a fixed index annuity, is what we work with, right? So what does that allow them to do? This dates back to 2000 BC, the Roman Empire. This is not something new. But the reason that most people don't hear about it is come down to financial education. Where do we receive our financial education? From our friends, family, neighbors, or someone that has their money invested in the market, right? Well, this is a way that's not invested in the market. So your principal is safe. That money grows for you safely as well. But you also, because it's insurance on your money, you have death benefit. You get a lifetime income from it. So just like our life insurance policy, the Index Universal Life, here, this is very similar. It indexes the market, right? So it follows the market for your growth, but for the declines, you lose nothing. And there's no fees attached to this. Where another area that we can help the business owners put together defined plans that we can help them do that as well. So this is where they can put money aside, allow that money to grow for them. So now when they get ready to retire, they have a true retirement. And this is another example of how we're able to help them as well. Any questions on what I've covered to this point so far?
Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask.
I used to sell term insurance way back then.
Yes.
How difficult is it now to sell life insurance? 20 years ago, so difficult.
Not difficult at all. So much so that this industry in the United States is so depleted that they're looking for more and more people all the time, right? So in the time of a pandemic, in the time of crisis, three things happen, right? Was it George that asked the question? Yeah.
Yes.
So 3 things happen, right? Every day someone gets sick. Every day someone passes away. Every day someone's retiring. So this is a pandemic-proof industry. it's essential in the time of a crisis. My income's 7x in the time of a crisis than most people were losing their jobs and being out of work. Where here we were still able to help communities, still able to help families. So it's very, it's not an easy industry, but it's a simpler industry, especially with the living benefits, because that is a game changer, because 90% of the companies out there, your major companies don't offer living benefits. So that's something that's really, really needed in today's economy, because I'm sure you guys heard of like GoFundMe and all that. Well, they take 20% of the profits and they're not really helping those families with this. Think about it. We put insurance on our homes. We put insurance on our cars. We even have pet insurance now. But why is it only half of America has insurance on themselves? And if they do, they have the old type that they have to pass away to use. Most people don't know about this, so that's what it comes down to. And the whole reason for the call is maximizing your tax deductions is business owners don't know about this. You guys are working with business owners. Think about it if you come to them as a bookkeeper and they have 25, 50 other bookkeepers or accountants coming to them, but then you say, listen, are you maximizing your tax deductions? They're like, well, what do you mean? Say, listen, you need to jump on a call and let me share with you exactly how you can do that. How much more value would you bring to those clients versus just offering them what the normal tax deductions are that they hear about? And the beautiful thing is, we're not taken away from their CPA. We work together as a team. So that's the advantage of being able to do this well. There's even more plans that you can set up for a business owner, but this is just some of them that I wanted to brush upon. Any other questions out there?
Not yet.
Okay, perfect. And I'll share with you some examples. So last year, we had a client in my team that was
Yeah, guys, any questions? Or
no, not yet. It's okay. So let me share with you guys a story. Last year, we had a client that was with Merrill Lynch, had over $1.3 million in that account. It was a retirement account. In the middle of June or July of last year, we were going to take that money from that account and roll it over to a fixed index annuity. The client listened to his advisor saying, oh, just leave it there. Guess what? He lost over $300,000 of that 1.3 million. If he would have did that rollover, guess how much money he would have lost? Zero. This is what we're able to do for some of our business owners as well, is to really help them with making sure that they're not losing any more money too, because it's not just invested in the market. There are other alternatives to be able to grow your money, be able to have those tax advantages and not have to worry about the penalties. And also, like here in California where I'm at, it is a probate state. So what does probate mean is when something happens to you, you pass away, any of your public accounts, they're going to look for that money first to take care of any debt that you have, and the state's going to charge their fees. Where life insurance is privately held and annuities as well. So if something happens to you, this goes to the loved one, not to the state. Who would you rather have your money if something was to happen to you? The state or your loved ones? So this is another way that we can help business owners as well. Any other questions, George? I see you're off mute.
Yeah, no, just listening. I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So these are the different advantages that we can bring to business owners, guys. And this is something that's going to separate you from anyone else out there, because most of them don't know about these advantages. They don't know that they could allow their money to grow tax-free. They don't know that they can get more deductions. I had a business owner. He had a restoration company. He made over $2 million. He was paying over $60,000 or $70,000 extra after his tax write-offs, after his CPA helped him, after his tax attorney helped him. He still had to pay over $60,000 to the IRS. Guess what? We were able to help him get 50 of that thousand back through these advantages. So this is another way that you guys can help your clients. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to connect with me. Coach Yan Yan is very experienced in this as well. It sounds like George has some experience as well. So together as a team, now we can help those businesses here in the United States because they just don't know about it. Any other questions, guys?
So I'm sorry. Basically, the premiums paid on the insurance are all tax deductible, right?
Say again?
The payments, the premiums, they're
Premiums,
tax deductible.
no, premiums are not tax deductible. If the business owner offers you and pays for the insurance, then that can be deductible. But your own individual premiums are not tax deductible.
Baby, bilis hugas na.
Okay.
Magkakarates ka pa. Hindi yan ball.
Wait. Okay, sorry about that.
Gotcha.
Okay, no problem. So that's all I have, guys. It's a very simple, it's very easy concepts. It's just that most people don't know about it. So that was what was important, why Coach Yanyan wanted us to sit down and share this information with you. Of course, I could go into more detail. When we do sit down with the clients, we do a complete budgeting and complete financial analysis, and we figure out what we can help them do, what strategies we can put into place for them. It's not just giving them a quote or anything like that. If you guys don't know, the purpose of any type of life insurance strategy is called the word indemnity. Indemnity means putting the client back whole when that crisis happens. And that's one of the other things that we look at. And some of the areas that they look at when trying to look for how much life insurance they need, how much protection, what type of retirement they have, lifetime income, is that we look at their debt, their income, if they have a mortgage or not, any of their education for small children. Here in the United States, average four-year university is about $150,000. So these are all the considerations that we look at. So when we sit down with one of your clients, know that they're in good hands and that we're going to put the mission before any type of commission that we're going to receive off of that policy. So we always put the client first, and we make sure that they have the proper strategy in place. So even if someone has life insurance, guys, 9 out of 10 families I sit down with are way underinsured, or they have the old type like George was talking about and Coach Yenya. So any other questions, guys? You guys feel free to connect with me. I'm happy to talk with any of you guys as business owners that you have here in the United States. You don't have to be the one that explains all this to them. You can introduce them to me and my team. We can work in 49 states and Puerto Rico, so we can help your business owners. And of course, that's going to bring more value to you guys as well. And we do have partnerships too for some of those other business owners that we can work with as well.
Yeah, there's a question here on the floor. What is BTID? BTID.
Which one is it?
What is BDID? I forgot the meaning of this. What is BDID?
I'm not sure.
Buy term investment.
Oh, yes. Okay. So the whole concept of buy term and invest the difference, it comes from A.L. Williams, which is a company called Prime America, right? The reason, nothing bad about that company, but the whole reason that was brought up like that is when A.L. Williams was a small child, his father passed away, they had a whole life policy. That whole life policy didn't cover enough for the funeral insurance or anything like that. Term was a newer concept at that time. So that's why he focused on buy term and invest the rest, versus life insurance and the industry of financial services has advanced. So people are living a lot longer than they used to. So have the products. So a permanent policy, which is an indexed universal life policy. So the benefit of that is you do get the tax advantages. So you can buy a term policy, but let me go over what the advantages of a term policy is. One, it's inexpensive, that's it. But it only covers you from 10 to 30 years. What happens if after that 30 years and now you're older, you have more medical problems, you're not going to be able to do anything? Yeah, you can invest the difference, but let me ask you guys, everyone here seems pretty smart. Which line would you rather invest in? The red line or the aqua line? That's the difference. So if you buy term and invest the difference, well, now you invest your money here. Well, what if you lost all of it, half of it in 2002? This just shows you the loss. This doesn't even show you the fees that are attached to investing the difference. So that's one of the differences. So when you have a permanent policy, which is an index universal life, it indexes the S&P 500, which are your Fortune 500 companies, your tech companies, your manufacturing companies, and all that. Now that policy is permanent. you still get all of your living benefits, you still get the tax advantages, and then you also get that death benefit, but you also get the cash accumulation that you're able to pull out tax-free as long as you don't pull all of it out. So that is the difference of buy in term and invest the difference. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions, Coach?
Maybe I have a question. So because here in the CAT, it's a mix of with clients and without clients. So I do understand if you have clients, you can help clients to add value by saying, do you want to maximize your tax deductions? I know someone who can help us on this part. So maybe you can pitch that to the client. But what if you don't have clients? During interview, what will be, you think will be the one word that get interested if you have an interview to caught attention of the clients, just in case?
And you're talking about specifically with business owners, yes?
Yeah, business owners.
So every business owner, I work with business owners every day on a daily basis. What is every business owner trying to do? They're trying to grow their business. They're trying to maximize what they're able to do with the amount of money they have. So if you don't have those business owner clients yet, they're people just like you and I, but talk to them. Hey, listen, who do you have right now that's taking care of your books? Who do you have right now that's taking care of making sure that the money that you are utilizing is accountable for? Because here's one thing that I learned when I do a financial analysis with a client, most of the clients that I sit down with, they don't even realize how much money they're spending. So if they don't have a bookkeeper, if they don't have an accountant, how successful can that business be if they're doing everything themselves? One of my mentors and coaches through reading books was Henry Ford. Why was Henry Ford so successful? Why? Because he focused on what he was really good at, and he hired everyone else around him that was better than him to make sure his business was maximized. So what can you do is listen, by bringing me in to being your bookkeeper, by bringing your accountant, this is the value that I'm going to be able to add to your business. And that's going to give you more time to focus on what you're really good at, allow me to focus what I'm really good at, and help you maximize your profits.
Okay, that's good sales speech, because I want to help those without clients, because normally during interview, I told them interview to the clients is not only asking questions about yourself, but more on giving value to the client, what service we can offer. So good tips to Michael that you want to share, that you have a group or a team that can help you to maximize your tax deductions. That's it. So you just ask them, do you want to help you with regards to your tax? I know someone, or I have a group that can help you maximize your tax. So, and then maybe from that word, they will get interested. Oh, really? So that's the time we can help you on that part. So do you understand, guys, the process for those who doesn't have client?
And the other thing too is, Coach, is what's everyone's favorite radio station? WIIFM. What's in it for me, right? So everyone's listening to their favorite radio station. So when you sit down and you're speaking with a potential client, ask them questions, learn them. The more that you get them to talk, the more they're going to feel more comfortable with you. Instead of you trying to pitch, because they hear that all day long from other people that are trying to pitch their business, learn about them. If you're on a virtual call with them, you see something in the background, find out, hey, well, what about that trophy you have back there? What about that picture? The more you get them talking about themselves, the more you get to build that relationship with, the more they're going to like and trust you. And that's how you're going to get that business versus you trying to pitch them. Some great books I recommend: How to Win Friends, Influence People, Endless Referrals. Those are some great books that you can read that will help you in those areas, as well as working with business owners. But the whole reason they're in business is they don't either want to work for someone else, they want to be able to make a profit. By you showing them the value that you're going to be able to help them make profit. And most of you are virtual too. What is the benefit of virtual is now they don't have to pay the insurance. They don't have to do all that. They just pay all the necessary stuff to make sure that you're taking care of their business. And now their business is running very successfully, because it can be very expensive here in the United States of having employees, getting insurance on those employees and doing all that. But as a virtual bookkeeper or a virtual accountant, you guys can offer even so much more.
Yeah, that's good. But good tips to those newbies and those people who really wants to get clients. So I thank you so much for that insight, Michael. Any questions, guys, for Michael? So maybe my
Michael.
question would be, Michael, would be, do you have any more free webinar for us just to really deep dive on the insurance part of the clients? So every time, because this is so general, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's a general. Do we have some kind of free webinar that will only one topic? For example, I'm not a business owners and individual. Do you have that kind of life insurance?
Yeah, so when each individual one is to that individual, as George probably knows, and you know, Coach too, is when we sit down with that client, we're looking at everything that potential client has. We're looking at their debt, their income, everything based on, so 6 strategies, right? We want to look at, are they looking for retirement income? Are they looking to make a major purchase? Do they have an emergency fund in place at least 3 to 6 months if something was to happen? Do they have, what are their long-term goals? Are they looking for supplemental income if they get sick or injured? Are they looking to retire their parents? So those are all the 6 strategies that we talk about and we look at when we sit down with that individual client to really help them, because life insurance is to that person. Each person is separate and different, even though it's the same type of coverage, but that's what we look at. And then there's certain circumstances that each person is separate and different as well, because you got to look at their medical history, their prescription history, also look at their driving record and their criminal history here in the United States. So those are all considerations we have to take to put together that plan. Now, some of the strategies I mentioned, they don't look at all that stuff just to get those type of strategies. They just look at what their employees are, what their name, their date of birth are based on that, but they don't go into as depth with the qualified plans that I was talking to about, or the different strategic plans that we put together for the business owner. We don't have to gather all that information for those, but for the individuals, we do, because we want to make sure we're putting together the proper strategy versus just quoting them. Well, what are we quoting them on? Just on what they think they can afford. So we're looking for leaks too, Coach. So if they're spending $500 for entertainment, well, what if they took 300 of that and put it towards their future? And we showed them how to be able to grow that money and be able to, it's the same concept that it comes down to is this right here. I'll teach you guys this if you don't know. Majority of the people that we work with, Coach, are individuals. They're in debt, they're in retirement, they don't have insurance. They're just relying on the bank savings and CDs to save for retirement, versus why is it that here in the United States, which is about 10% of them that are making over 6 figures or more, they're allowing their money to work for them, right? Even while they're sleeping, they're getting anywhere from 4 to 12%. This is the same thing that banks do. When you put your money into the bank, they're investing your money. Their number one investment is not mutual funds, real estate. Their number one investment is insurance. Why is it insurance? It's the oldest industry. It's the largest infrastructure that's ever been around, and they can get a guaranteed rate of return. It doesn't fluctuate based on mutual funds and real estate. So we're teaching these concepts to our individual families. Well, yes, you still need to have the liquidity in the bank, but why not allow your money to work for you? And just to give you guys an idea of how much money is invested in life insurance with the banks, let me share with you this. Give me 1 second. You will be very, very surprised. So these are the concepts that we're teaching, not just to the business owners, but also to the individual families as well. So 1 second, guys. And this just reiterates on what we're able to do and what we're going over and what we're able to teach. So this is what we're going over is financial education, personal budgeting, retirement solutions, life insurance with the living benefits, also some debt solutions. And if they have small children, think about it. Most of us on this call, if our parents would have invested in a cash value life insurance when we were younger, we wouldn't be on this call anymore. We'd be wherever you wanted to be on vacation, traveling, doing whatever, because that would be paying out for you now. And this to show with you what I'm talking about, this is how much money is invested in life insurance with banks. This is as of 2021. Over billions and billions of dollars. So the banks where we put our money, their number one investment is life insurance. Why are we not teaching this concepts to people that we know, to our families, to our friends, And even business owners, they don't know about this either. So that's the value that we're bringing. So when you go to that client and you're saying, yeah, I can do your bookkeeping, yeah, I can do your taxes, but on top of that, let me teach you some other strategy that's going to help you really with your business and not have to worry about retirement and all that as well. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Or you're still confused on how you will pitch that to your clients or future clients? So, but the end goal is always, again, during interview is even you're not getting hired or about to get hired, you just have to say your piece that, you know what, there's another way of saving your tax. And if you say that words, they get interested. Oh, how do you know? Do you have any insight about that? How does it goes? So if you say that word to any clients that any related to tax, because again, the end goal of being a bookkeeper and accountant in the US is not only bookkeeping and financial statement. The end goal would be help them to save costs, save costs in terms of tax, save costs in terms of their expenses. So if you say the magic word regarding tax deduction, they'll get interested and the conversation will follow. So he or she will be comfortable telling his business or her business, and then yeah, that's the point that you can get in to be the bookkeeper. I think that's our main goal here. Again, to add value to any clients that we've talked to. I don't think you're getting hired. Just say your piece, say your insight, and it will be helpful to any clients that you will encounter. Okay. So maybe my question, Michael, would be, since you are in the life insurance, can you give us an idea if you have any, because most of here are looking for a job, in case how you can help us to get in also to other clients that need a bookkeeper? Maybe
So,
they're interested to know that.
So ask the question one more time. It was breaking up a little bit on me, Coach.
Yeah, so maybe in case that you have a link or connection to other client, business owner, and individual person in the US, do you think there's a huge demand for us bookkeeper to get into the market, and
Absolutely. How? So just to give you an idea, one of the networking groups that I'm a part of is Business Networking International, which I was sharing with you, Coach, right? It's 300,000 members worldwide. One of the most coveted spots besides my position of the life insurance is also bookkeepers and accountants. So that should tell you right there that that is something that every business owner needs, right? Because if their books are straight, they're not getting in trouble. They know how much money they're spending. They know what their output is. And then now when, as a bookkeeper prepares them to go to that accountant or that CPA, everything's in order. So they know what to expect versus if they're just doing everything themselves. So it's a very important position, even in the businesses that I work with now currently, that a lot of them don't even have bookkeepers. And that's why we don't even have a bookkeeper in our group that we're looking for one too as well. And I do have a connection that she works with. She's out of Mexico City, but she works with VAs, virtual assistants. So I'm sure that bookkeeping would be one too, because she works with business owners. So whoever is looking for work and has their resumes and all of that, send them to you, and then you can filter out who you think would be the best candidate, and I can send them to her as well. But it's all about making connections, guys. It's all about bringing value to your clients, but also go in there being proud. Go in there with confidence. Doesn't matter if you know that you can do something else that someone else can't. Go in there being confident that you're going to get that position. And I highly recommend all of you have that entrepreneurial spirit. Become an entrepreneur, because it's one thing to work for someone, but it's so much better to work for yourself, because then you dictate your own time, and anyone can do it. I saw 10 years ago, a 13-year-old girl, I think she was from the Philippines, just did a video blog of her area in her country, and she's a millionaire now. Just think outside the box. Think about what you guys can do, but also what kind of value you guys bring based on the knowledge that you have regarding these areas.
Yeah, that's so good point. I think our team have a good idea of what Michael is talking about. You're getting value? Are you getting value, guys?
A lot.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm familiar with the BNI.
Yeah.
The business network. the Alliance.
Yes.
So you're out of San Diego. So are you living right nearby the base?
Not too far. Yeah, because I'm
Not too
retired
far.
military, so
So how long were you in the Navy?
10 years.
Oh, 10 years. I was there for 6.
Oh, okay, nice. Here in
Norfolk. I was stationed in Norfolk in Boston,
what year?
on the East Coast. 86 to 92.
Oh, okay, I was there in the 90s in Norfolk as well, on the Nimitz at that time.
I was in the Yellowstone.
Okay, and now you're back in the Philippines?
Oh yeah, I'd rather be here than the
Oh,
U.S.
I don't blame you. I mean, you can live like a king over there, you know.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really appreciate you talking to us. Now it's giving me a lot of more insight on what to do, and it also brought me that light bulb on BNI. I guess I should be going for a membership because I know it's a very big network. It's gonna help
Yeah,
a lot of us here in the Philippines.
300,000 worldwide, 300,000 members
Mhm.
worldwide. For any of you that are, you know, really working with a lot of businesses here in the United States and you're able to, I can have you as a guest too, because we're looking for a bookkeeper. We have a CPA, but we don't have a bookkeeper. And even if I don't, and mine's 100% virtual. So, but look
Right,
in you
great,
guys'
great.
local community because I'm sure there's BNI there as well.
Yes, there
Yeah, that's
is.
what.
There is one.
Thank you so much. I think that's a good idea that we can connect for those business owners. Just have a Zoom meeting like this or invite anyone from your group and we will be joining in so we can introduce what we can help both sides, you know, vice versa, win-win situation. So thank you so much, Michael, for your, again, time. I know it's already 7 p.m. San Diego, I think.
No problem. You know, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything you want in life. That's my motto. That's what I believe in, and so it's here to serve and help enough people. If we all had that mindset, we wouldn't be in the world that we're in today.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's so powerful words. Yeah. So again, thank you so much, Michael. If you have more questions, so I think maybe we will invite Michael for more webinar to really more deeper understand about this kind of deductions. Again, adding value is the lesson here. Just so you know, that's the word. Giving value to any people that you talk or work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, one thing too, Coach, if you guys have anybody that's here in the United States or that's a permanent resident and they are looking for work, I am expanding my agency. They just have to be at least 18 years of age or older, have either a social here in California, an ITIN number, or be a permanent resident and have a clean background. And we will coach them, teach them, and train them how to do what we're doing. We help them with their licensing, all of that through the state. So if you know of anybody that falls into that category as well, I'm always expanding my agency, and what we focus on is building people.
Yeah. So I have to arrange my passport. Hold on. No, just kidding. No, I will. Yeah, just if you have any relatives in the USA and want to join the agency of Michael, please, just let him know. And yeah, I think he's in the group. He's already a member of the FP group, so you will be seeing him a lot. And then we're doing more collaborations in the future to really give you a more deeper knowledge about this kind of industry so you can help again the client. Me, because I'm not having a hard time because I'm also coming from insurance. So really drive with this part of you know, vision, noble vision. I think this is the noble vision of us as a financial advisor. That's really so important. Helping people, giving value.
Yep,
Do you have any more questions? Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I say, the Lord brought us together for a reason. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. Any more questions, guys? So just let me know what other topic you want to discuss so we can arrange another meeting with Michael, because I know he's also busy, but again, thank you so much for Michael's time and effort for being here.
All right. Well, God bless you guys, and it was nice speaking.
Thanks, Michael.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. See you around.
See you again.
Right.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Okay, guys, Tagalog. Ayan, Tagalog na. Ang hirap. O,